Finally, some people who couldn't be more excited to be flying with me. Is she gonna puke?
It's a little less bumpy, but still feels like I'm on a roller coaster.
No.
Nothing beats a jet-suit.
Now, buddy, this right here is the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and we are going to fly in it today. Yes, everybody, you might wonder, well, Swiss, how is this possible? The Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is not coming out for another month. Right, release day is on November 19th. How are you playing this? Well, it's a little known fact that pretty much 1 month before release date, Microsoft decided to run a technical alpha, for which you could apply to be able to test out the simulator, see if it works, see if all the new cloud streaming works. And everybody, guess who was invited? Guess who is here? Me. And so we can have a first look at the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 before it releases next month. It's great that Microsoft hasn't put an NDA on it now. And so we can post about it and do whatever we want, right? So this is the release notes, blah, blah, blah. They're looking for feedback. Obviously, we will encounter some bugs today. Welcome to the new flight simulator indeed. Now, this is fairly limited. We, for example, only have 3 airplanes to choose from. You know, the Cessna 172, for example. Although we can fly around the world, it does not have the full scenery, I guess. For example, earlier on in a live stream where I tested the whole thing, I went to St. Bartholomew, which by the way works like this. Here you go, select the runway. We can actually just press fly now on the runway and that'll immediately spawn us up. And instead of a loading screen, we seem to have this interesting animation screen right here. Kind of like GTA style. It's kind of crazy. There we go. That's what I was kind of talking about here. The Microsoft Flight Simulator is not really complete. The airport here doesn't look too good. So this is what the alpha is. Relatively limited just to see if the cloud streaming works. Because terrain and satellite data and everything, also trees, are so much more detailed here, they had to kind of reinvent the cloud streaming. For example, this alpha build right here only is 9 gigabytes to download. Obviously because of the lack of planes, but there's practically no scenery to like 9 gigabytes. That's crazy. Either way, there we go. We can go out of here. Something that we can check out definitely already is the so-called career mode, and that's what I want to play today. This is where you learn to become an pilot. We go to the headquarters first. That's us, by the way. That's our character that we've set up. You know, this is very much video game-like. We have a reputation level we can level up. I've already done one certification, and that is the private pilot license. One license out of many that we have to do. Something we can do for the sake of this video is retake our exam. Yes, everybody, this is what kind of Microsoft wanted to do. Because Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 does, you know, flying so well already, they were like, okay, what else can we add? How can we improve this? I guess by adding a bit of story mode, a bit more activity to it. Because, well, you know, flying your A320 on VATSIM already works so well. Yeah, this is, the big approach. Something they call fly with purpose. Okay. Anyway, what's really cool here is this briefing right here. Time to pass your private pilot license. We can go into a free cam and just check the world out. If you've been watching this channel, you'll definitely be able to recognize this airport down here. This is definitely Sedona in Arizona. And you can see some of the stuff they've been cooking up. And that is definitely the forestation as well as the mesh on the scenery, which is a lot more detailed. Take a look at the insane cliffs that I'm able to pass through here. This is just insane. But all right, enough of yapping about. It's time to do our PPL exam indeed. And well, we can see we're supposed to just do pattern work. So let's go ahead and press ready right here. Yes. Yes, everybody, take a look. We've got our character right here in front of the Cessna 172. And I think he couldn't be more excited. Okay. Oh. Okay, for some reason here, I think this mission is broken. For some reason, the engine is already running, which actually shouldn't be a thing. Cannot kill ourselves, can we? Yes, this is a big part of the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. When you spawn into the aircraft on the ground, on the ramp, you don't start in the cockpit. You start in front of the aircraft. You're supposed to check everything. Check stuff like the flap. Make sure it's right. We have to hold down here this button to examine its condition. There we go. It is brand new, so that is fine. Let's also examine the right aileron. There we go. Make sure it moves freely. Stuff like that. Normally, we're supposed to get rid of all the covers, like the pitot covers and everything. But for some reason, once again, this is bugged. And the engine is running, which is a bit weird. Anyway, something I find really cool, I found this out in my stream, is when you open the oil cover, you can check your oil. Take a look right here. Oil gauge, examine. We've got enough oil in here. And now we've got some weird. No, okay, this is the alpha build. Please don't trust this. Anyway, this is what you do in real life before any flight. Yes, everybody, walking around in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And we've got this person right here. Yes, just as motivated as I am to work in real life as well. Let's get into the cockpit here. Opening the door automatically puts you into the plane indeed. Now, once again, this is kind of broken. We have to hold Alt and N in order to actually make this work. It's a bit weird. Okay.
Your goal is to complete a right-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds.
Look at my man. He's Michael Jackson. Hello. Hee hee. All right, so let's go into the cockpit here. And here's our flight instructor, who's excessively mewing. The thing is, even though this is still in an alpha state, actually the game for me has been running quite well. For example, in my 2.5-hour live stream, it didn't even crash once. The only issue I had was with the controls, which are actually now working. I had some issues saving the control profile. Apparently this is like a known bug that whenever you spawn into a new aircraft, it would not take over the control configuration, like your joystick. I'm guessing Microsoft wants to make your controls that you set up kind of airplane specific as well. Yes, you know, the profile changes depending on your airplane. It didn't used to be like that. Anyway, what I think is cool is how quick this flight simulator feels. Like, look, we can go back to flying. That's a bit laggy, but take a look at us. Zooming out, they've definitely done some improvements here on that, like the whole user experience. Some people may call the new UI ugly. I don't think it is. I think it's great. Either way, take a look. We have got some RPM going. The engine is started up. It's a bit of a shame. I actually wanted to show you the Cessna 172 a bit further because they did make some improvements on that too. For example, the circuit breakers work. Look, we can fail the MFD and the PFD. We can change the stuff, you know? Sorry, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So that's very cool. Let's go ahead and release the parking brakes. Right here, press enter to announce taxi, okay?
KSEZ traffic ASXGS is taxiing to runway 21.
Runway 21? 21. I hate people who say it like that. It's 2-1, please. All right, let's maybe start taxiing here. This is, of course, made for beginners. It makes sense for Microsoft to, you know, start easy when it comes to teaching, you know, people how to fly these airplanes. Because obviously the market of people that have no idea about airplanes is bigger than people who can already fly it. So there we go. We are taxiing right now. And something I've already noticed in my live stream is the fact that this airplane feels a lot better on the ground. I've always hated how the planes taxi in the MSFS 2020. It all felt so easy and so unreal, and this is a lot better. For example, if you brake, you've got a lot of humping action going on. Yes, that's what that looks like. We've even got skid mark. Yes, take a look at that. We can do drift. Let's go ahead and taxi to runway 21. Yeah, take a look at the skid mark. That's what I've been saying. This thing wobbles around a little bit more. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I'm actually running this on kind of ultra setting. I'm running this on an RTX 3080, which isn't the newest anymore. But despite that, I'm able to run this on like ultra settings, and it works pretty well, and it looks pretty good, and I'm even able to screen record. And so in my experience so far, the performance is in no way worse than the Microsoft 2020, despite there being a lot more detail everywhere. Once again, I mean, look at the insane forestation that there is. I mean, I was, you know, impressed by Microsoft 2020 back then with their 3D trees, but this is definitely even more advanced. That's just crazy. Oh, sorry. All right, let's hold short. Let's hold. Oh, god damn it. I'm not going to pass my exam. Okay, press enter to announce takeoff.
KSEZ traffic ASXGS taking off runway 21.
All right, we are doing that. Beautiful. And we could already hear the new ATC system. Take a look now. Now, something that they've definitely also worked on is how the runways, for example, look. We've got a lot more detail and also dynamic in, for example, runway textures. For example, someone here landed hard and they had to fix up the runway. That's what that looks like. Also, you can see runway lights are now 3D objects that actually are on the runway. Let's maybe see how they look here. I think we just taxied over one and had one bump. When I taxi on runways that have these lights in real life, I always taxi right of the center line to avoid the lights because it's actually kind of bumpy in a small plane. But all right, let's maybe go ahead and take off now. Come on. What we can see here is definitely some new lens flare. This didn't used to be there. Can you see the lens flare? Jesus, we're not able to take off properly. Come on, full power. Cessna, give me everything. Come on. Yes. Here we go. Not a very good takeoff, but there we go. We are now flying upwind right now. All this is well. Yeah, you can see also there's just a lot more forest here. Once again, proper reforestation was done. And what I also like is this new compass right here, which also has a map incorporated, which kind of zooms automatically depending on what you're flying and how fast. Okay, here we go now. We are now entering the crosswind beautifully. Take a look at the new sun, which I call it. Take a look at how it's blooming. It's a very beautiful flight simulator. That's what I have to say. So okay, we have to end the crosswind right here. All right, and here we go. Now entering downwind. Take a look at Sedona Airport down here, and we can see the immensely beautiful cliffs out there. Okay, we are running quite a bit fast considering this is the end of our downwind. All right, and there we go. We are now entering a left base right here. It's of course very easy. All right, we are very fast now. Let's put the flaps down. Now, something that Microsoft Flight Simulator definitely did work on is the physics, because that was one other problem that you had in the 2020 Flight Simulator. The planes would always fly super, responsive and fly like they're a paper plane.
No, really, I mean, look at this approach. What are we doing?
Now has that changed? I don't know. I can't judge it yet. I mean, this thing isn't even out yet. It's just an alpha build. So maybe it's going to improve, but this plane is still very much dolphining around. Maybe a little bit unconvincingly a lot, but that's all right. Let me try to land this airplane in the outside view for the challenge, because of course landing a Cessna 172 here is easy. Come on, let's butter it down. Yes, take a look at this. She's amazed by my skill. Look at, she's shocked. All right, there we go. Now we are leaving the runway. We have to hold short here in order to taxi. Perfect. Okay, now it's time to go back. Let's go speed mode. By the way, let's clear the flap. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Taxiing around. Okay, there we go. That was a perfect landing. Let's set the parking brake right here. There we go. And let's go ahead and shut down the aircraft. Oh, we were supposed to pull those to make sure. There we go. Wait for engine shutdown.
There's always room for improvement, right?
Shut up! It was great! Yes, I passed my pilot's license! Now it does judge your aura here. For example, how much you respect the traffic pattern altitude, how you respect the taxi path, so all that stuff. So it's kind of cool, but of course a PPL certificate check ride is a lot more and thorough, and you have to do talking and with your examiner. But that doesn't matter. We have our pilot's license and we can now make our commercial pilot's license. But in order to do that, we have to, build flight time by making first flight airplane missions. So we have to go back to headquarters right here and get some missions done. Funnily enough, these are broken. Oh, never mind. They are here in Florida, Key West, actually, where we have to do things like discovering Key West landscape, flying familiar faces to the local club in the skies of Key West. 15 minutes. Okay, good. Let's do that. Lisa. All right, here's our route right here. There we go. Take a look. We've got some bad weather here. Lisa Hatcher, a local we all know well. I don't know her. Is visiting the club with her husband. It'd be great if you could take them up for a nice and relaxing moment. The weather doesn't seem super nice, but that's fine. Accept mission here. First flight one. Okay. Contract with Paul Sanderson, flight coordinator, Key West flying. I don't care. All right. Okay. There we go. And that's what I was talking about. You spawn here on the ground. You walk around and remove the engine covers, remove the chocks, because that's minus aura when you try to start and not notice that the chocks are still set. Let's get rid of that. Come on, remove the static port, remove the pitot tube. And this is the coolest thing. The remove before flight tag actually moves with the wind. So if it's windy outside, it'll move very much. It will flap around. So that is great. Hello, lady. She's so motivated to see us fly. Let's get into the cockpit right here. Open the door. Press enter to request boarding.
Ready for boarding. Copy that.
Oh, that was a very quick ATC. Look, we've got Paul. Oh, he lost his hair there, didn't he? Okay. Hello, Paul. How are you guys doing back there? Yes, everybody. This is what we could see in the trailer, where you could transport around people like VIP. Hello. He's very scared. I think he should be. Either way, it's time to turn on the airplane. Very simple. Strobe lights as per checklist. Get the ignition key work. Yes, like that.
Today, you're flying with one of our friends, Lisa, over our very own region. She's
got her husband with her.
So, once again, the engines are on, but some bug I also found was that I couldn't hear the engine sometimes. Now we have dead engines. We hear sound from the outside, but no engines. And take a look how almost Caribbean-y here Key West looks. They did that very well. Good thing is we can just skip to takeoff. Ha! Perfect. Let's go ahead and request takeoff clearance right here.
Tower, ASXGS ready.
ASXGS, okay. So I don't know who of the two is Lisa. Hello, Lisa. All right, let's go ahead and acknowledge the takeoff clearance. This is a controlled airport now. Let's go ahead and, you know, actually just fly. Maybe this is a little bit too wide, but that's just how Key West actually looked. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and take off now. Runway 04. Let's get it moving. All right, there we go. We are in the air. Okay, I think this is a bug. I think we're actually supposed to have a hot girl here because we can see. Why is the pilot not looking in front? Why is he looking to the side? Obviously, once again, this is still in big alpha, which is why we are not seeing Elisa here, but someone else. Let's go ahead and do some flight seeing. Okay, let's do some flight seeing perhaps. And something that we can tell is definitely that they worked on the water, how the water looks. You know, in Key West, the water looks immensely beautiful. It's not very blue, but like this turquoise. It's really nice. Fly around Monroe County. It's right there. Wow, I would love to do some flight seeing there. Maybe the water looks a little bit not very it looks like milk, but that's probably
I want to remember every moment of this.
Shut up. But that's probably because of my not too fast internet speed and the satellite data isn't loading in. It's very white. Anyway, we have some crazy music here to enjoy the Monroe County. We're going too fast to appreciate. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he just complained. He's not even looking outside properly. He's just scared. Stay below 87 knots. Very epic.
This is better than any postcard.
That's right.
Quite an experience. I recommend it.
Thank you very much. All right, let's go ahead and join the traffic pattern and land down there on the same runway we came from. Yeah, okay, maybe the water does look a little milky. I don't know. The thing is, what we're flying now is just kind of a test to see if the flight simulator runs on systems at all. So don't take this as a review at all. I mean, look how this looks down here. Take a look at the detail of that terrain. That's quite impressive. I don't think you should judge whether this flight simulator is going to be great or not by this video.
What's
that weird jolt? Are we going down?
Yes, we are going down. We are going to die. Okay, clear to land. Runway 04. Okay, there we go. Now coming in for final. Once again, take a look at the swamp down there. If you look away from the water, generally looks good. Let's get the flaps down here. Perfect. All right, down there's the runway. Look at the tree. Doesn't that look amazing? The music is quite a lot. I don't know what's wrong with the primary flight display. Are we overspeeding the airplane? Because I think this is the overspeed thing, isn't it? All right, interesting. Okay, there we go. Let's make a landing. Oh, I wanted to use outside view.
a bit shaky, but I'm totally excited right now. That landing.
XGS exit runway.
Scary stuff.
Okay, there we go. Now we have done it. I wanted to switch outside view and ruin that touchdown. Shut up, honestly. I like though how the passenger is kind of responsive to how our flying actually is. Also, can you see how the plane kind of shakes here? Also in the cockpit, that's also noticeable. All right, time to exit the runway. Look at how dirty the runway is. Look at how unclean this is. This is as though there is like a new texture installed for all runways, you know? That's very nice. Let's go ahead and hold short here.
XGS contact ground on 121.7.
121.7. Good. They need to fix that nomenclature. It would say 121.7. That's how it works. All right, let's go ahead and skip this. Blah, blah, blah.
These locals weren't fully satisfied, but I know you'll dig deep.
Sorry it didn't satisfy Lisa. Okay, let's shut down the aircraft. Mission success. Landing smoothness. We lost so much aura. We've only got a C score. There's some German voice saying something in the background. Again, this is alpha. Okay, very interesting. We have aura. Reputation is upgraded. Yes, we can finally take our CPL. Yes, we can get paid. All right, so let's do a commercial pilot's license. Allows you to fly airplanes for financial compensation. Yes, let's do it. Pass exam. We need to purchase that for 25,000 CR. I don't know why, but there's a German voice reading stuff. Okay. So, now this does not include any theory. We are somewhere, I don't even, is this in California? Anyway, we're gonna do a takeoff here and then do it like a full flight, actually. I don't know what that has to do with commercial pilot's license. It's not like at your PPL, you also learn to fly cross country. All right, how you doing, man? All right, so business as usual. Let's get rid of this thing right here. All right, perfect. Now this is obviously going to be very interesting on big airliners. Let's all right.
Welcome to your CPL check ride. The last stop on your way to become a true professional pilot.
I am one. Okay. All right. I hope it goes well. Okay. I am ready. Oh, we need to request taxi. Oh, sorry. Anyway, we didn't wait for clearance, so we lost aura. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I like how we can continue our check ride. Let's go ahead and have the worst taxi ever. Yes. Brake. Oh, that worked. We are already on the runway.
Yes, ready for east departure at runway 16R.
Runway 16R, please scout the TTS that it's turning 16 right. Jesus. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and do a rolling takeoff. Let's show the examiner what we can do. Hello, examiner. Oh, yeah, beautiful. There we go. Cessna isn't struggling whatsoever. Okay, that's great. Great flying so far. She's gonna be amazed. Like, is she going...
Nothing beats a jet-to holiday. And right now, you can say...
I was like, is she going to complain? All right, sorry. How you doing, man? Or woman?
I'm not a fucking man.
Come on, full power. Yes. Let's actually try to do this professionally. All right, there we go. Now turn left. Here we can have a look at the Los Angeles County. And doesn't this look like a Hollywood movie? I think I like how the game looks now. Yes, you can maybe argue the sun is a little bit very much like a movie and it looks a little bit too beautiful, but I don't even mind that. Now I do see that we're a bit fast, but I'm not sure. I've flown Cessna 172 before and I've landed it. I know how the plane kind of flies. Not sure if this dolphin movement is possible, but maybe. I don't even know if the flight model is included in the alpha. Do you know what I mean? I have no idea. I mean, he's in no way going to pass us, right? All right, let's go ahead and land now. We're a bit high, but that's legal in California. But I guess the details, I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to see it on YouTube, but you can see how the glass here, the windshield is scratched, which is sometimes even a big danger when the sunlight's coming directly at you. You can't really see much. So that's not bad. Come on, let's land now here. Also an outside view. All right, take a look at this. Come on, let's do a beautiful landing. That was not a great flare. All right, there we go. We've landed an outside view once again. This plane seems to tip over immensely fast. Oh. I'm not gonna redo this again. I don't know how I ended up doing this. Now, the thing is, what I just realized is that we're not really able to fully play this anyway. I mean, we could do our commercial pilot license, but in order to do our multi-engine rating, we need the Diamond. DA, what's that, 42? Trouble is, that is not included right now in the Alpha, so this won't work. We can maybe do our instrument rating. But the interesting stuff, definitely like the heavy airliner rating or the jet airline transport pilot rating, I can't do right now. Man, that voice is just annoying me at this point. I think I turned like the assistant on. Is this a good rendition of what a pilot training looks like? Not really, but that's just so far. Maybe in the final release it's going to be looking a little bit different. I guess these missions will be very interesting. For example, we can deliver aircraft somewhere, like a ferry flight. It kind of works, I guess, worldwide then. You know, where we can do like a nice stroll over Big Pine. Like, they should have like a Tinder date mission at this point. All right, let's do a scenery flight again. Maybe this time it's going to be actually an Ashley and her sister. Offer a high quality sightseeing flight to your passenger. I'm gonna give them the worst flight ever. Okay, we've got Jess. Oh, there you go. The hair was just loading in there. Finally, some people who couldn't be more excited to be flying with me today. How you doing, guys? Yeah! I'm the mad
For today's flight, you're taking Jessica, a local celebrating a special occasion, and her sister over Homestead.
I will definitely give her sister a good time.
Captain, you know what to do.
Yeah, I definitely know. You know me. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. Come on, full power. Yes. What happens if you just like do stuff? Yes. Right, there you go. We are now taking off. Already without any sound.
This sensation is fantastic.
Yeah, I know. What happens when we do this? Are they gonna like notice it?
Nothing beats.
Oh, oh, we're back alive. Is she gonna puke?
I wasn't prepared to feel this emotional about the view.
Is her emotion sickness?
Still pretty bumpy.
Yes. I mean, once again, at least the passengers kind of notice what's going on, how you're doing, how you're flying. Sadly, the sound doesn't work. But something that definitely looks great is the shadows. Because we've got such thick clouds, it's proper dark out here. While, you know, where there is no clouds, it's very light. So graphically, this is obviously quite amazing. And now suddenly the sound works again.
A little less bumpy, but still feels like I'm on a roller coaster.
Yes, that's what it's supposed to feel like. Could you just hear the fear in her voice? Yes, you're not gonna make it. This is absolutely dumb of a video at this point. All right, there we go. All is fine. Oh, did you see how smooth that just was? So everybody, here's a comprehensive first look at the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and its, activities, flight training, missions. This thing is a lot of fun for people who love GA flying, with a small Cessna somewhere in the Grand Canyon to enjoy this beautiful planet that we do live on. They definitely cooked something up here in terms of beautifulness. Grand Canyon looks amazing. Maybe this is a little bit, I don't know how, this plane flies a bit excessive still. I can't wait to see what the future has to hold tomorrow. After releasing this video, this alpha will already be gone. It was only there for like 2 days for people to test the sim. But I'm going to post one more video about the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And now the sound is suddenly back. And that's going to be some more bigger planes. Because we're going to test how well the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 runs Microsoft 2020 add-ons out of the box. We're also going to test, things like replay mode. So a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Overall, I think, considering this is an alpha, Microsoft made quite a good impression here. Not too bad. So I really thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.